Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our webinar, first webinar for the month of February. Happy Friday, everyone. I would like us to greet everyone in the chat box section a happy Friday and also a good evening. I really appreciate every one of you guys to spend your wholesome Friday in learning a lot of knowledge and to know your purpose and to know what you really want as an aspiring virtual assistant tonight. So I would like to really thank you guys for your time, for your presence, and also for spending this Friday with me. So I would like to thank you on behalf of Virtudesk for your participation. So it's another Friday, and as we all know, it's another lesson for our webinar. And Virtudes is really excited to share with you guys the basic knowledge about being a virtual assistant and also mastering advanced virtual assistant skills here at Virtudesk. I know that you have lots of reasons right now why you want to be a virtual assistant, but we are just really excited to share with you guys for tonight our title for our webinar, Beyond Basics, and we will be mastering advanced virtual assistant strategies. Okay, so yes, becoming a virtual assistant involves strategies and techniques to make your work a little less difficult, of course. And before anything else, I would like to discuss first our webinar agenda or the overview for the whole webinar tonight. So we will be introducing to you the virtual assistant, or what is a virtual assistant, client management and relationships, productivity hacks for virtual assistants, advanced skills development, effective task management, cultural sensitivity, health and well-being for virtual assistants, the Virtudesk PH, available positions, interview tips for 2024, application process, and lastly, we'll be spending at least 5 minutes of our time by the end of this webinar to discuss and answer some of your questions about Virtudesk or anything that's related to becoming a virtual assistant. So, guys, are you excited for our webinar for tonight? Because yes, I am really excited, and it's always a privilege to help you guys and to just give you the knowledge about being a virtual assistant. So first is, what is a virtual assistant? Someone who does work for another person or client, someone that provides help remotely, individual company. Yes, we are the superhero of our clients. So with Virtudesk, Virtudesk is actually helping clients to make their business or to make their life easier. Okay, so we are an individual who provides administrative services to clients while working from a remote location. So basically, you are working, but you're working remotely, and you are not located in a physical office. Therefore, all of your work, your task is all located in your equipment, your computer, and you do it at home using your internet, and you do it just basically virtually or remotely. So, what are these kinds of client managements and relationships techniques or tips? Because as we all know, there might be some cultural barriers that might be involved because of course our boss or our clients are from a different country. We have different cultures, we have different traditions and perspectives. So we have different kinds of practices in how we do a certain thing. So it we need to master client management and relationships for us to know how to communicate with them, how to address what their needs are, and how to basically help them in their tasks. So we'll be dealing and we'll be discussing them one by one. So first is clear communication. That's why applying for a virtual assistant job is really crucial when it comes to communication skills, because we want to make sure that you can understand and that you can also speak basic and understandable English. And not only that we want to judge you by how you speak English, but we want to make sure that your client understands you. And this is the most crucial step of your application process because normally our clients are located in America. So basically, they are native American speakers. So you want to make sure that you are audible, you are understandable by the words you speak, and that you understand basic and proper grammar in English. So please don't get angry with us when it comes to interviews if we kind of see that you're still having the difficulty in communicating because you basically need it. And as a virtual assistant, you're going to be working towards your client remotely, like almost 8 hours per day. So you're going to spend a lot of time talking to each other. So if it's not actually something that you're comfortable with, then maybe you need to apply for a non-voice position first. But this is very important. Even non-voice position involves this because we want to make sure that you can write proper and basic English. Are we good all? Are we all good with that? Okay, that's clear communication first. Next is understanding client needs. So again, guys, you are the virtual assistant, so it doesn't matter what you like or what you want. Well, of course, your suggestions and your opinions can still be heard, but at the end of the day, at the end of this task, at the end of this project, it's always your client who has the last say. So you need to understand what your client needs. So before applying or before um applying for this kind of client, you have to make sure things they what are the things that they need. Is this the kind of design that they prefer? Is this kind of the like, let's say, is this the kind of presentation that they would like? Is this what they want? Is this what they are expecting? So you have to understand what they need in order for you to create the certain task they are asking you to do. Okay. So for example, they ask you to create a PowerPoint presentation, but you didn't ask what your client needs. And then let's say you presented a project, but then they didn't like it. And one of the reasons why they might not like it is because of the design, the concept, the topic itself, the font style, the font colors, or there's a lot of it. Okay. There's a lot to it. And you have to understand your client needs by asking them directly so that it can incorporate to the projects or to the tasks that you are doing. Okay. Next is quality service. Okay, so you have to understand that sometimes the way your client treats you is how you treat them as well. So, being a virtual assistant, guys, just to let you know that it's not always, oh, it's okay. Oh, I think that's good enough. Oh, I think that's perfectly fine. You have to make an effort. You have to make an extra mile. So, for example, you finished a project, let's say 3 days in advance. So, make use of that time to review everything to the presentation. Okay, make an extra mile. Is this something that my client is expecting? Would the client prefer something like this or that? So give 100% dedication, 100% of your commitment, and 100% of your effort to the tasks or to basically what you're doing towards your client. Okay, so that's the first three that we need. Next is building trust. So by building trust, you have to build integrity as well. You have to be honest. That's one of the most crucial thing, especially that you'll be holding basically all of your clients' information, personal information. So building trust is building a rapport as well, building a relationship between you. So you can establish that by providing your honesty, your integrity. Are you doing the right thing when your client is not around? Are you doing the right thing if your client is not watching you or not monitoring you? So that involves trust. And you also have to trust your client to whatever he or she is asking you to do. So again, to build 100% stable relationship, you have to make sure to build trust, not only from you, but from your client as well. Next is personalized approach. Okay. So communicate with your client the way you see your client. Okay, they're if they're interested in cats, then why not start the conversation with cats or dogs? If they are somehow not really a talkative person, then why not build presentations or PowerPoint presentations in order for them to see it visually, and it won't require them to speak a lot. Again, guys, it's your own personalized approach. Okay, personalize your approach, or personalize the way you communicate with your client, the way you see them, or what their personality is. Next is managing expectation, guys. I think this is one of the things that sometimes, like like virtual assistant and clients like crash, or like they tend to argue with each other because of their expectations. So sometimes you have to lower your expectations if that's really the expectation that you need to expect, guys. So again, not all how can I say this in an easier way? So not all clients are the same, guys. So if you see something in or online that their client gives them this kind of rates or these kinds of incentives, then please do not expect your client to do that as well, especially if your client is just holding a small business. They're trying to make ends meet because they're still starting, and it's a privilege for them to hire you even though they're still budgeting the finances, something like that, guys. So manage your expectations. So not all clients are the same, not all businesses are the same. So communicate with your client to whatever your needs are, and just let them know what you feel, and just have that kind of honesty. At least your client knows. Okay, are we all good with that? And are you learning so far? Are you learning so far, guys? Okay, great. I'm seeing a lots of hearts and thumbs up. Can I get a thumbs up, guys, so that we can proceed to the next part of today's webinar? Okay, great. I'm seeing lots of thumbs up. Thank you so much, guys, for being so responsive. So next is productivity hacks for virtual assistants. Okay, I think this is the most crucial step because I have been dealing with this myself as well. And it's not really easy because you're working at home. So basically, you're free. No one is watching you, no one is monitoring you, and no one can see what you're doing. So, again, guys, working from home involves a lot of trust, responsibility, and commitment, and integrity as well. So, to be productive, first, you need to set clear goals and priorities. So, basically, you can set your start of day report, or what are your goals for this day? What are your goals for the end of the week? What are your goals for the whole month? So set clear goals and priorities. At least you have like a list down of things that you need to accomplish by the end of this specific time frame. That includes deadlines, and also at least specific date to challenge yourself to finish something. Okay. So for example, it's February 9, and let's say your goal is to finish 3 projects by February 20. So challenge yourself to finish all of those 3 by February 15. And at least by the remaining 5 days, you still have enough time to review your work, to proofread and to check whether you might need to add something or something like that. Okay. Next is time blocking. I think this is also important because we have to make sure to manage our end of shift very seriously. So you have to make sure that if it's out of work, then it's out of work. It's your time for resting, and it's not time for you to work. Okay. A lot specific time blocks for different types of tasks as well. Like for example, I have to do this presentation by 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. I have to do this by 11:30 to 12:30, and then I have to take my break or my lunch by 1 o'clock, so something like that. So use the time blocking because it allows you to challenge yourself as well to finish this on a certain time frame, and also to challenge yourself to finish it at a specific time so that you still have time to finish other tasks as well. Focus on each task because it helps you to focus on these tasks one by one, separately, and it will avoid distractions. Next is use productivity tools. Okay, guys, the internet is all free right now, guys. Believe me. During my time around 2000 to 2015, I don't know if you can relate to those people who has the same age bracket with me. We still need to go outside through computer shops and, pay 10 pesos for just a 30 minutes of just using the internet. And it's not even that fast, okay? With the 30 minutes, I think around 15 minutes is dedicated for waiting because not all computer shops are really fast when it comes to internet. So, guys, right now with just one click, with just one swipe, you can get all the information that you need, and it's very very important, guys, for you to take advantage of it because the internet is vastly changing. Sherilyn, I can relate. Yes, right? The PisoNet. I don't think I don't know if it's still a thing right now, but that was really famous before. So guys, take advantage of the internet. Right now, kids that like kids aging um like around as early as 3 years old, they have phones already, and I think it's also an advantage because we get to um you know like absorb all of the information online. We get to get them free. We have access to everything, and basically what we just need is motivation and also like um your heart and your willingness to learn. So use productivity tools, guys. Use time management apps for it to help you. Time tracking apps so that you can track how long have you finished this certain task. So it's very important because it's very useful, guys. Next is batch similar tasks. So, for example, if three of your tasks for today involves presentation or PowerPoint presentation, then do them first if it's easier. And then just finish, or you can also finish first those things that are difficult before you proceed to the easier ones. Guys, limit distractions. Okay, this is very difficult for me as well because I have a very low span of attention. So if I spend like around 10 to 15 minutes with a specific task, I get bored easily and I need to find something to wake me up or to hype that energy up because sometimes I get too sleepy or sometimes I just don't have that interest to finish that task. So what I do is to always make sure to incorporate music or YouTube music, Spotify, so that it can help me focus. Limit distractions, so avoid using phones or your cellular or your mobile phones while working because guys, it will really really eat a lot of your time just by using social media. And it's very difficult if your role is a social media manager because it involves you scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media platform you're in almost every day. So limit distractions by turning off non-essential notifications. So you can also create a separate email for your personal and for your work email. Also, set specific time for you to check certain emails if it involves personal emails as well. Do not use phones, and guys, avoid sleeping. So being a virtual assistant involves working on a graveyard shift, so avoid sleeping. So limit distractions by walking around. Like in the middle of your shift, snacking nuts will make you awake or will make your brains work faster. So use those kinds of techniques, guys. So at the end of the day, it's always us who can help us as well. Continuous learning. So again, guys, take advantage of your internet, online courses, webinars like this, workshops are very valuable resources for your skills and for you to upgrade how you how you work as a virtual assistant. regular breaks, guys. Okay, take your lunch, take your breaks, snack, drink lots of waters, recharge. If your lunch or your nap is around 1 hour, you can do like a power nap. Just make sure to set those alarm up, and it prevents burnout and it can increase your overall productivity. And lastly is to reflect and refine by the end of this week, by the end of this day, by the end of this month. Review yourself. Have I done this? How many tasks have I done in one day, in one week, in one month? Okay. Are there any areas of improvement? Am I good at this? Am I struggling with this? Am I having difficulty to memorize or to do this? So, guys, ask yourself so that you can help yourself as well. Okay. Are we all good with the techniques on how to be an efficient virtual assistant? Can I get a thumbs up, guys? Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Next is advanced skills development. Okay. So advanced skills development is not only basically like social media manager, copywriter, bookkeeper, data entry, but there's a lot to it. It's a very vast that we have to discuss it right now for me to help you out because I'm also helping myself because this topic is something that I really need as well. First is to identify target skills. So determine the skills that you want to develop based on your career goals, interests, and industry trends. So for example, by the end of this webinar, let's say I'll list down 5 things that you really love to do. Let's say let's make it as an activity right now. In 1 minute, guys, I can create a timer. Okay. Clock. Let me set that timer up. Okay. 1 minute starts now. So guys, list down 5 things that you want to give. Or like a service that you want to give to your clients as a virtual assistant. Go, guys. You can use your phone. You can use our chat box. Make use of it so that others can see as well. 5 things, guys. Video editing, photography, vlogging, makeups, social media manager, sports, anything. 30 seconds left. Go. Let's use our chat box. 10 seconds left. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, great. So let's go back to the lists that you made. So since you have lists, find that one specific task out of those 5 things that you've written down that is something that you really, really, really love to do. Out of those 5. Oh, wow. Social media management, admin tasks. Okay, what else? Data analysis. This is very difficult, guys. Data analysis, because you have to analyze the data, why it became like this, why the result is like that. What are the things that you need to do to, to boost the business or something like this. So for me, it's difficult. Graphic design, technical issue fixing, SMM. Okay, great. So since you've already pinpointed out that specific task or that specific skill that you want to focus on, then that's the time that you leverage your skill on that specific skill. So if you chose social media managers, what can you do to to leverage your skill? Join social media management webinars, courses, videos on YouTube, something like that. So help yourself, guys. So since you've listed out that specific skill that you want to focus on, hopefully, guys, by the end of this webinar, find some ways to increase your knowledge about that specific task because that will really leverage your skill and it will really help you out to become the best and an efficient virtual assistant. Okay. Next is feedback and reflection. So who here, guys, and that's completely fine. It's okay. This is gonna be our safe zone. Which one of you guys are easily hurt? or let's say you've done something and then let's say there was a negative comment. Who here is someone who still cannot like accept constructive criticisms, or still afraid to commit mistakes, or still like feel bad when they do something that's not right or doesn't meet their friend or someone's expectation? Okay, me, Liv. I overthink about my performance too. I was like that before. Well, up until now, I guess. Me, Leia Soriano. Like you still haven't started the task yet, but you're already thinking like, I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. Am I doing this right? And then like one comment from your boss, and like your everything comes to blurred. Everything is blurry because for me or for you, it seems that you failed because there was this one comment. But what I realize about this part of this webinar, guys, feedback and reflection, that is very important because it's not something that they just see what you did wrong. It's because they only see one wrong out of your task. And that's very, very important, guys, for you to embrace that because that is how you learn. At least by your next task, by your next performance, by your next project, by your next um presentation, you won't commit that specific task or specific mistake anymore. Okay, let's read some of the comments. If I think I did my best and was given a negative feedback, I feel bad at times. But if I know I didn't exert much effort, I'll accept the feedback. Well, that's right. Again, guys, these kinds of constructive criticisms will depend on how you know yourself based from how you work. Okay. So again, if you haven't put a lot of effort to it, then maybe your boss is right. But if in case you gave 100% of your effort and still they commented like one mistake, guys, embrace that. And there's nothing wrong with that because they are your boss and that's their business. So of course they're gonna pinpointing that out. Sometimes I think that I failed as a person. Jinky. So I guess we really experience that kind of phase in our life, but we have to stand and we have to always make sure to be strong every time that we receive these kinds of negative feedback because this is how we're gonna learn. Okay. So seek feedbacks from mentors, colleagues, or industry or professionals on your skill development progress. So not only from your mentors, you can also ask opinions from your supervisors, coworkers, your team, and anyone, basically. Criticisms and or feedback is important. It's part of life or in any line of work, which is correct. Thank you so much for that, Maria. Okay, next is experiment and then innovation. So guys, please don't be afraid to create mistakes, to commit to commit mistakes, to create innovations, to create new designs, new projects. So be creative because if you just stick inside of your comfort zone, then nothing's gonna happen. So explore different kind of templates. This explore different kinds of font styles. Explore other skills. Explore anything. So embrace the mindset of experimentation because that is where you learn. Explore new techniques, tools, and methodologies within your field to expand your knowledge. Next is specialized certifications. Again, that is by joining webinars, courses like this, and doesn't really require certificates. But again, it's better. But if it doesn't, then that's completely fine because at the end of the day, you'll still get to learn. Okay, can we get a thumbs up? We'll now proceed to effective task management. Can I get a thumbs up, guys? Wow, thank you. 62 viewers going strong and all responsive. Thank you. Okay, so the effective task management, this is very important because some of the times there are virtual assistants who are still having the difficulty on how to manage their task, especially if the tasks are given all at once and the deadline is all at once as well, like on a specific, the same schedule. So we'll deal with that and discuss. So break tasks into smaller steps. So break those things that are larger first, or let's say, how can we explain this? So divide your tasks to smaller to the bigger ones. And then once you deal with that, deal with the difficult tasks first before you deal with the uh, easier ones. So deal with the difficult tasks from the big tasks and then deal with the difficult tasks from the smaller tasks. After that, proceed to the smaller and easier tasks because it will help you manage your time easily and you can manage your time. We can save time and also you can finish everything on a specific time frame. Okay? Because there are some people that they tend to like juggle everything all at once. Difficult to the large ones, to the smaller, to the easier ones. So again, it's already 1 week and you haven't finished a thing. Okay? Organization is very important as a virtual assistant because it will really help you on how to manage your time. Next is limit multitasking. And again, guys, as a virtual assistant, um, we always tend to say that it's very important to have multitasking skills, but not every time. Okay. Because sometimes multitasking skills can also affect the result or the outcome of the projects. Sometimes with too much multitasking or too much juggling tasks all at once, it sacrifices the quality of your output. So that's a no-no. Okay. You tend to rush things because you're multitasking and you seem that you're good at it because you can finish them easier. No, it's not. You might sacrifice the quality of your work because you finish it earlier. But sometimes if you spend a lot of time to it, you can add lots of details and you can proofread it a lot. Okay. But again, it's not always good to finish everything too long. Next is review and reflect. Okay. Always spend some time, guys, at the end of your finished task to review everything, proofread, grammar, design. Is everything balanced? Is everything aligned? Make sure to reflect. Ask several coworkers as well. What do they think of your project? And again, guys, let's go back to the very basic. Accept constructive criticisms. So continuously strive for improvement by reviewing and reflecting because, guys, it will make your life easier. Okay, we are almost done. We are at the cultural sensitivity topic, and this is very crucial because, again, guys, we have different opinions, we have different beliefs and practices. Okay, so cultural differences. Okay, so let's start first with let me ask a question like, who here like has a relative or at least someone they know that are not Filipinos and you're very close with them, but they live or they're located from a different country. Okay, like me, let me should just share. I have an an aunt, and she's been living in Japan for almost 50 years now. Like she's so fluent with Japanese, and I'm really jealous. And I was learning Japanese, but it's just really difficult. So again, guys, that's one of the step in advancing your skills. Learn new language, learn new beliefs, learn new practices because it, just extra knowledge and just basic life skill. Anyways, yes, guys, I have um relatives in Japan. I have relatives in the US. So okay, me. So there's a lot. So have you experienced like when they come here in the Philippines or just basically like talk to them and they say like, oh, you do that in your country because here in our country it's different, right? Have you heard that line before? Oh, okay, that's in your country, but here it's different. Or, oh, okay, because here in our country or here in Japan, it's like this and like that. Have you experienced that? Or basically like with the food or even by doing their laundry, it's different. So that's the same with cultural sensitivity, guys. Again, be sensitive. That's the key word with this whole topic. Be sensitive. You cannot say to your cousin or to your relative like, "Hey, don't do that because this is how we do it." And that's no, because that's how they do it. And that's their practice for so many years already. Yes, culture shock. So you cannot do that. And guys, that scenario that I just gave is also the same with you being as a virtual assistant. You cannot say to your client like, "Hello, boss. I don't like that because this is not the way I do that," or that's not how the way it is here. Again, it involves good communication for you to address these things professionally and in a respectful way. So first, cultural differences. How do you do that? Ask them, or just basically know what their origin country is, where they come from, what are their practices, just like have a little chit chats. Next is open mindedness. So for you to be aware about cultural sensitivity, you need to be open minded. If it's something that's not good for you, then maybe that's good for them. If it's something that you don't like on your own, then maybe that's something that they like on their end. So be open minded. And guys, before I was not open minded with a lot of things because because I'm a dominant person, so it's very difficult for me to like agree to someone if it's something that I really don't like. If like I don't like it, why do you want to push me, or why do you want to like really why are you asking me to like this? So it's very important for you to be open minded, because guys, when I became an open minded person, it opened my mind with a lot of things, and it helped me to appreciate a lot of things as well. It made me a humble person, because being open-mindedness is something that you'll get to appreciate other lifestyle, other cultures. And guys, it's really a life-changing experience. It also widen your friendships, your circle of friends, because you get to accept them who they are as a person. Next is effective communication. So being a cultural sensitive person is to do an effective communication. So again, of course, you have different beliefs. If it's something that you don't like, then you can, of course, still tell it to them in a professional and in a respectful way. Okay. Next is respect. Okay, just respect, guys. Sometimes less words is okay, or silence means okay. Silence is okay. So because in our generation right now, when you stay silent, you're guilty. You know what I mean? If you stay silent, then you're wrong. Or if you do not defend yourself, if you do not defend your belief, then you're already wrong. But no, guys, in the world of virtual assistant, respect is the topmost virtue of a virtual assistant. Because when you mean respect, sometimes you don't need to really say a lot of things to it. Respect means you just accept and just basically respect them from what they believe. Next is resourceful and proactive. So sometimes things doesn't go between you and your client. So sometimes it might not work for them. So maybe you can do an extra mile for you to do it on your own if you can do it. Maybe it's something that they really don't like, or it's not their practice, it's not how they used to do it. So just do it on your own. Yes, accept and absorb. Okay. And again, guys, if it's something that you don't like, respecting or being silent doesn't mean that you accept it. It's just that you acknowledge that this is something that they do. And lastly is computer skills. So again, guys, I know it sounds mind blowing to include computer skills and cultural sensitivity, guys. But believe me, it's a part, because not all clients are tech savvy, and that's one of the reasons that they hire virtual assistant, because they're not tech savvy. So who here is has experienced like their mother is, yes, Almira. Like some countries spell or use center with the spelling center, but some use center. CENTRE. Like theater. Some is theatre. That's the spelling. So you cannot go directly to your boss and say, hey boss, that's not the right spelling. Because maybe that's the spelling on their country. So just use correct tone, correct pronunciation, and basically an approach to do them. Going back, computer skills day. Who has a mom that keeps on bombarding them almost every day? Like, hello, can you teach me how to do this? Can you help me how to do Facebook, how to do like this, or how to set up passwords like this? Like, I know, guys, but it's our mom, guys. So let's just have lots of patience because they gave their patience to us as well when we were kids. So and then you like one day you've set a password for them and the password was just even 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then the other day they forget it. So that's the same, guys, being a virtual assistant. So sometimes your um boss or your clients are having the difficulty to remember things or to access things. They don't know how to open a file, they don't know how to save. So, guys, as a virtual assistant, that's your responsibility to help them and to assist them, to teach them. Just be a better person, guys, by the end of this day, and you'll get all the blessings. Health and well-being. Ergonomic work environment, guys, invest in your workspace, invest in your computer table and your computer chair for you to be comfortable. Physical activity. Who here has done or who here has plans on doing workouts this weekend? Workouts that has been planned for almost 3 years now. Who here is guilty, guys? But I just started it recently. Just want to share because I've been guilty, Madison. So I've been doing the Daniel's fasting for 3 days now. Daniel's fasting is just like no carbs, no rice, only vegetables and water, and just prayers. I have been doing that for 3 days, and it's not easy. Like right now, I'm speaking, but my head is, or my mind is, I'm getting dizzy. It's all in circles. But the first 2 days was very difficult, but it gradually becomes okay. So by this weekend, guys, involve physical activity in your life. Don't stay at home. Don't sleep. I was guilty before because every Saturday and Sunday I always sleep. Aside from going to church, I always sleep. But it's very important to work out and just do a little bit of an exercise, walk around a park with your family. So yeah. Healthy eating habits. Okay, healthy eating habits so involves maintaining a balanced, nutritious diet. Guys, I do understand everything right now is very expensive. Sometimes I do believe that being healthy is also expensive because vegetables is expensive, fruits are expensive. But if it's still, if you really cannot do it with your budget, that's completely fine. But just incorporate vegetables, incorporate fruits in your meal at least. It's gonna it's gonna be healthy as well. And then just gradually lessen your carbs, your fast food intake. So it's up to you guys. I don't wanna really give instructions because I know it's very difficult, but just start one at a time. Stress management, do some yoga in the morning, speak to someone, meditation, breathing exercise. Next is social connection, guys. We have social media platforms. You can use the Zoom, Messenger, Instagram. If you're kind of feeling isolated, go outside, stay connected with your family and friends, just to check up on them and, just want to make sure if they're okay. Self-care. Okay, this is perfect not only for girls, but only also for boys. If self-care for you is basketball, then do it. If doing makeups or doing skincare for you is a self-care, then do it, guys. Do everything that relaxes you. Okay. So next is seek support. Speak with your family and friends. Reach out to from support with your family, colleagues, mentors. So if you're experiencing something that's outside of your work, maybe personal issues or personal problems, guys, please seek and ask for assistance. Okay. So are we good? All that. Are we all good with that? Sorry. Okay, so we're at the end of our webinar. I would like to explain the available positions here at Virtudesk. We have 3 positions available, guys. GVA, General Virtual Assistant, ISA, Inside Sales Associate, and Executive Virtual Assistant, which is our EVA. So for General Virtual Assistant, this is a non-voice position, $3 per hour. So it's a non-voice, so usually your responsibilities would be social media management, data entry, blog writing, marketing collaterals, and stuff. So you can see it all on the screen. Our qualifications for all three positions is 6 months experience with admin related task or BPO. The requirements is a laptop or PC. For Windows, that's gonna be Ryzen 5 or above, or as long as it's above i3 and above, you know. And then for Mac, High Sierra up to Monterey. For the GVA position, we offer $3 per hour. All the positions that we have is full time, 40 hours a week, 8 hours per day. Okay? Are we all good with the GVA? Kindly give me a thumbs up, guys. Great, thank you so much. If we're all good with that, next is our inside sales associate, which is a voice account. This is $4 per hour. So since this is a voice account, you'll still be doing some of the things that you've been doing for the GVA, but it's mostly out of outbound cold calling, appointment setting, customer service, concierge. So again, guys, it's all on the screen. That is gonna be $4 per hour, still the same full time. Are we all good with ISA? Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. And lastly, our highest paying position, which is Executive Virtual Assistant, EVA. This is $5 per hour. The EVA is a combination of non-voice and voice tasks, so it's a blended position. So you can see all the roles and responsibilities on the screen. It's going to be $5 per hour. And again, guys, it's still the same full time. Are we all good with that? Share in the chat box section, guys. What is your desired position in 1 minute? Okay, let's share it with everyone, guys. What's your desired position? ISA, GBA, GBA. Guys, the GBA position is very perfect if you're not yet very confident with your English communication skills. The ISA is perfect for those people who has lots of years of experiences in the BPO or call center. And then for the EBA is perfect for those people who are good in management, multitasking, and organizational skills. Because again, guys, this is a blended position. Okay, are we all good with that? Time's up. And again, guys, I'm sorry because we still have slides to finish. So if you have questions, please use our Q&A section so that our team can answer it directly. What are the perks to working at home or to being a virtual assistant here with a Virtudesk? Training allowance, so your trainings will have allowances. For GVA and ISA, that's going to be 5 days, and for EVA, that's 10 days. We have HMO and dental checkups, paid and sick leaves, paid vacation leaves, paid time off. Oh yeah, that's vacation leave, sorry. Performance-based incentives, and the incentives, guys, are from your clients and coaching. Okay, we hire Filipino citizens residing in the Philippines only. The duration of when you'll get hired would depend on your performance during client interviews. And then what else? We only offer full-time positions, guys. So if your answer right now on your the question on your mind right now is if you want a part-time, sorry, we don't have that. VAs, yes, can have multiple clients depending on your skills and depending on your performance. Weekends off, that's strictly Saturdays and Sundays off. Working hours will be 8 hours per day. The schedule, guys, will depend on your client, but again, it's going to be on a graveyard shift. 12 vacation leave, so you're going to get 1 day leave every month. Paid sick leaves, 5 paid sick leaves. All incentives are client-based, and we have HMO and dental checkups after 6 months with a client. And I guess we're all good with that, guys. Thank you so much for this time. Guys, as a form of a thank you, I know you appreciate me, just kidding. But as a form of a thank you, guys, we have our social media platforms here. Guys, if you already have scheduled interview here with Virtudesk, please visit our YouTube channel because we have lots of videos and clips, tips and guides on how to ace your interviews, how to become the best virtual assistant, and we also have VA testimonials. Please hit me up, guys, here in the chat box if you're already subscribed here on our YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. We also have our TikTok, which is I'm currently the one who's managing. So you'll mostly see most of my face on the TikTok. So please do visit that and follow. And please don't forget to comment. Thank you for the webinar to the most recent post on our TikTok. Again, guys, as a form of a thank you, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Okay, here is the TikTok link. Please kindly click that and then click the first or the recent video and comment thank you for the webinar. Also, here's our YouTube channel. Please let me know if you're done. If you have questions, please use the Q&A section. Done for Jinky. Thank you so much. I will be doing a shout out. God bless. Thank you so much, Candy. Maria Angela Negranza subscribe. Madison Jones Gabayan subscribe. Guys, I will treat this as a thank you. So if you really thank me a lot tonight, please hit that subscribe button. Done with TikTok. Thank you, guys. Please comment. Thank you for this webinar on the most recent post on our TikTok page. Rhea Lama, subscribe. Ayan Dominic, Don. Sam, Don. Sky, Don. Thank you so much, guys. Myrna Aquino, Don. We still have 60 viewers, guys. So supposedly that's going to be 60 subscribers. Okay. Johnner, Don. Gavin, all goods. Please, guys, TikTok, Facebook, and our YouTube, especially our YouTube, guys, because we have lots of videos there. We also have our video, the SDE video, guys, from our Palawan trip last December. That was an all expense paid, guys, and that was our year-end party. Maria Dawn, please subscribe, guys. Thank you. I'm already a follower. Thanks. Thank you, Iara. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, let's go. Don Naz, Rana Don, Rosalind, subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Presently viewing a video at YouTube. Thank you so much, Sam Malupeng. Can you please share with everyone the video that you're currently watching? Maya Rosvik. Oh, wow. I love your name. Don, thank you so much. Okay, I'm receiving lots of notifications on TikTok. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to heart that now. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the webinar. Okay, I received 4 comments. Martina Cute, Bibsy, Sweet Charlotte underscore adventure, Tina, and WW underscore gaming. Thank you so much, guys. Subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. Help us to help other aspiring virtual assistant as well. Done. Okay, Sam. Guys, Sam shared the link of the YouTube video on our chat box. Nina Loaris done in YouTube. Thank you, Rona Shell done. Nolibet done. Thank you for the webinar, Charlie, and thank you so much. You're welcome, and hopefully you'll become a team. And sorry, let's change that to a family here with Virtudesk. Maria Don, I'm installing TikTok to subscribe to your page. Naz, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our TikTok. You'll be mostly seeing my face on TikTok. So, guys, I'm teaching ways, tips, and how to be, an efficient virtual assistant. John are done all. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. Also, follow our LinkedIn for updates and our Instagram and Facebook, because on Facebook, guys, we are posting the link for the registration for the next webinars. Joy Climaco, Don. Thank you so much. Great. You're welcome, guys. We still have 4 minutes left. Please ask all questions that you want. Use the Q&A section. Ronachelle Agustine, thanks. Thank you. We have 3 minutes left, guys. Do you have any concern? Another question, usually what time is the working time here in the Philippines for the GBA? We really cannot decide, and we really cannot guarantee that, Almira, but what we can only guarantee is that it's in graveyard shift between 8 p.m. up until 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning. Okay? But the exact schedule will always depend on your client. Guys, I think that's the time is all enough. Thank you so much, guys, for spending your time with us every Friday. Some of our viewers are repeat viewers, so we really appreciate that. Lisa, Don YouTube, Wendell, thank you. Given, thank you. You're welcome, guys. Hopefully, if you become a part here in, if you become our family here in Virtudesk, I get to meet you personally soon, or maybe as long as destiny allows. Thank you so much, guys. I enjoy this weekend, and then just go ahead and do that workout plan that you've been planning for the whole year. Stay safe. Happy weekend, and thank you so much, guys. I'll see you soon again. Thank you and have a great weekend.